Hi everybody, welcome back to another edition of Collecting Canadian Cavalry and Armour. Today we're going to take a look at Army food. Okay, this is a Canadian issue IMP, which is individual meal packet, numbered 21, says so on the back. And this is beef and vegetable stew. So, wait a minute, it says menu number 20 there, IMP 21, Army Logic. Anyway, so how does this tie in with collecting Canadian Cavalry and Armour? Well, tankers have to eat. And this one was actually given to me by a good friend of mine, Ricardo. We go to the University of Windsor together, and he's a member of the regiment, currently serving. Great guy. And he thought that this would be nice just to show people what the tankers actually eat, and recce, of course. Now, when we were in the Cougars, we could use the boiling vessel in there, because you know the Brits love their tea, and the turrets off the Cougars actually came from a Scorpion light tank, so there was always a boiling vessel in there. Heated up these things many times on the manifold of your Jeep or your Iltis or the vehicle. Lots of heat there if you're on a road move or something like that. It's all in the planning. So let's take a look at how you get in here. Yeah. So you cut that open without cutting our fingers off. Oh, look at all the stuff in there. Okay. So we have heating instructions. Oh my goodness gracious. Not sure exactly what this is, but there's to tell you how to heat it up. So I'm assuming that this is the stew. Oh, wait a minute. There's something written back here. So there's the stew. Napkins. Now, some people believe this is for wiping your face and your hands. Not so. There's certain times after you eat these things, your body has to get rid of parts of it. That's what this is for. It's a little rough, but it cleans things well. Because the last thing you want to do is use that on your face and hands and have to use it somewhere else. Ah, look at this. Canadian Army issue spork, which is a fork and a spoon together. Ingenious. Plastic, which is nice to see. Let's see, what else have we got in this thing here? Okay, we have... Oh, cornbread. Holy jumping. Not too bad. Beats the hell out of the stuff that we used to get. The first ration pack I ever had, a little prehistory, used to be a 24-hour ration pack. There were cans and everything else. You got a little can opener with them. And these things had to last 24 hours. And they're all in cans. So what a pain in the butt for those poor infantry guys that had to figure out what they could keep, what they couldn't keep. Where with this kind of stuff, slips easily into a pocket. You can carry a lot of this stuff. And now we have sweet barbecue mix. Woohoo! And that comes with a plastic bag. Pour it in. Do the water. Mix it up. Turns into, that's pretty cool. Sweet barbecue mix. Then afterwards, you have a little individually wrapped mint, so that you don't have bad breath when you're facing the enemy or the rest of the guys in your tank crew. And a little packet of Tabasco sauce. Now, the American rations, when we used to have them, we go train in the States and stuff, they actually have a really miniature bottle. Really small, kind of cool. But, of course, this is Canada. And what else we got in here? This would be fruit punch mixtures. So you add that to your canteen of water, mix it up. You got fruit punch, 2 packets, very nice. Ah, Nescafe, sweet and creamy. Hey, hot water, you're all set. Keep the old eyeballs open. Now, what is this? An energy bar. Peanut butter energy bar. Boy, they have everything in these things now. Almost worth eating. The heck is this? Something in French. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, strawberry jam. Holy cow. Probably put on your cornbread. Very nice. What else have we got in here? Oh, here's a second packet of something. I can't see it because of the lights, but chocolate. How cool is that? And another, looks like a couple of Tic Tacs. Again, you wouldn't want bad breath in the armored vehicles. And the last thing in here, we have heating instructions for sliced peaches. Now, why the hell would you want to heat up sliced peaches? Imagine winter warfare exercise. You have to get warm stuff inside your body, and that's why you can heat these things, before you eat them. And of course, a book of matches says you can start a forest fire or something. So, this is what you get in the IMP, the individual meal packet. Looks like a lot of good stuff in here. Now, how do you heat these things up? What they came up with, I guess the Americans came up with these things, it's a little bag. There's iron filing, there's shavings in the bottom. You add water to a certain level, put your meal packet in there, close it up, and there's a chemical reaction. Boils the water, heats up your meal, yummy. So, yeah, this is, like I said, this is what we're getting. This is an individual meal, high in calories, because don't forget, when you're out there in the field, you're doing all this kind of war stuff, you certainly burn off a lot of calories. You need to replace them. So that's what this stuff is all about. But really, guys, for a lunch or a dinner or something like this, that's not too bad. So, guys, just a real quick correction here. I'm doing this without my glasses. So this apparently is not a mint. I'm sure all the guys that are watching this are laughing at me already. But apparently it says you open this up, you put this in water, it expands, and you can use this to wipe your face and your hands and everything else. Kind of cool. So it's not a mint. Don't eat it. Okay? It's for cleaning your face. And that other big brown napkin was for cleaning the other end. Now, again, sweet barbecue mix. You don't mix it with anything. You actually open the damn package and you look inside, and it's like a trail mix kind of thing. We're going to try that. Crunchy and pretty yummy. I would highly recommend it. Now, this bag, if you look on here, it says beverage bag. So you take the powder, put it in here, mix it up with the water, and then you can drink it. But because I didn't want to spill it all over myself, I decided to have it in this wonderful Armour carton. So this is the fruit punch. Let's try it. Pretty good. Well done, Canadian Forces. I'm sure when you're eating this barbecue mix, having a nice glass of or bag full of fruit punch. Now, in this wonderful TRV mug that we looked at a couple episodes ago, or maybe last one, we have that the coffee, creamy and smooth. Let's find out. Very nice. Very nice. I just may buy some of these pods to have at home. So yeah, you know what? The Canadian Forces take care of the guys as far as the food goes. And even if you're in the field eating this stuff, it's kind of yummy, actually. You know what I mean? Especially if you're hungry and you can't snack or anything like that. But of course, for you armored guys, don't forget the ad rep with the Sergeant Major. Get yourself a few extra goodies. So I'm just going to enjoy this coffee. So this is just a quick little insight into some of the stuff that Canadians, in the tanks and stuff like that will eat in the ration packs. So let's try this energy bar just to see. If you have false teeth, I wouldn't suggest this one. Not bad though. All right. Would my cameraman like to try some?
No, why not?
There we go. So guys, you know what? Just to get to eat this stuff would be worth joining anyway. So I hope you liked this episode. A little bit different. Just more of an informative thing. I'd like to thank Ricardo again for supplying this wonderful IMP. And yeah, if you ever get a chance to, if you're doing like a diorama or something like that, you've got some army guys standing around, with your mannequins and they're on the uniform, and you throw in a couple of these ration packs just to kind of flesh it out a little bit. So there's the tie into collecting. So, hope you guys found it interesting and happy collecting.
Hi, I'm Zach. I know you've never seen me before, but I've been behind the camera this whole time. Now, I was urging my father to try some of the stuff on camera, but for some reason, I don't know if he just ate or if he's just not in the mood, he didn't feel like it. You can watch Steve 1983 eat a 200-year-old Crimean War ration, but you can't watch my dad eat something modern that poses no risk to his health, that he's eaten a million times before, but whatever. So, I thought I would give you a brief overview. Start off with the napkin, which he incorrectly identified as a mint the first time around. Very solid, but you can tell it's made out of paper, and apparently you just add a little bit of water and it should unfold. Oh, geez, it's like a science experiment. Isn't technology incredible? Even has a light floral scent to it. How do you like that? No. So, I just heated up the beef stew in there. This is beef and vegetable stew, but in French it says ragout de bœuf et légumes, so I'm going to assume that we have some beans in here. Let's rip it open and give it a shot. Now, I've never served in the military, but I was in cadets for a couple of years, so I have eaten a couple of MREs. And here's a pro tip: if you're in cadets, try and get into a leadership role when you're on an FTX, and they'll let you pick what you get to eat. It's definitely gloopy, if I had to say anything, if I had to describe it. It's fairly light on the seasoning. The beef is very tough. It's almost like beef jerky. However, I quite enjoy beef jerky. That's not a problem for me. Vegetables are exactly like chunky soup. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm going to set that aside because that's my lunch today. Excuse me. But after that, I could use a drink, so I will properly demonstrate this beverage bag, which he didn't. He's glaring at me behind the camera. Add the powder to the bag. It's quite a ratio of powder to water, but these guys know best. I don't have... Thank you. You can try some too, you want? Fill it up to the line with water. Seal it up, give it a shake. Looks about right. It stands up perfectly. Another remarkable feat of engineering. And then, enjoy. Yep, that's fruit punch powder. Next, we're going to move on to the cornbread. I'm not the biggest cornbread fan, but I doubt that being freeze-dried or vacuum sealed like this is going to make it any more dense and chewy. It's probably just going to be like normal cornbread. It's funny. It's actually less dense than regular cornbread. Who would have guessed? Try some confiture de fraise, or strawberry jam. I didn't see the strawberry jam part when I read that. Very liquidous, with big chunky bits in it. Really big chunky bits. Jeez, look at this. It's basically juice with bits of strawberry in it. This isn't jam. Not too sweet, but it'll do the job. You know, it's pretty standard jam. It's remarkable how normal all of this tastes for something that's going to last like 50 years on a shelf. Now we're going to try some chocolate peanut butter spread. Oh, this already looks very dry. It's come separated a bit, so we have a bit of chocolate liquid, and then a solid mass coming out after it. Don't eat this on a first date. You're going to make a mess of yourself. That's thick. That's very thick. It's like eating peanut butter with a spoon. Holy. Can I swear?
You shouldn't, but
okay. I'll bleep that. This is turning into a disaster. I just realized I forgot something. Can I get that back? Because, of course, we need to try it with the Tabasco sauce. Makes everything better. Apparently. I'll bleep that too. Okay, I guess you're not supposed to rip the whole top off, otherwise it attacks you. Yeah. You might have to clean this tablecloth. It does in fact make everything better. Now it just tastes like beef jerky and gravy. Which might sound gross to some of you, but that's fine with me. Now we will move on to the sliced peaches. Sliced peaches. Make sure you get the gravy off your spork before you eat your peaches. I'm making a real mess of this, aren't I? Tastes just like the ones in a plastic cup. About what I expected. Pretty good, if you like that. Obviously fresh would be better, but if I'm in the field, I'm not going to complain about this. So overall, I'd say that this is a pretty good meal, especially if you're out in the wilderness, on an exercise, doing whatever the hell. Little taste of home. And they even give you a couple Tic Tacs. Saved it. Yep, that's a Tic Tac. So, I hope you didn't mind seeing me on here for a change, even if I did make a mess of this place. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good one, and happy collecting.